Well, we are going to move our attention over now to the Northern Lightning Sprints. This class is definitely one of those touring classes. They race very few times here at Red River Co-op Speedway, but tonight they are racing here with a total, I do believe, of 14 cars. So not a bad number. In the past, we did see smaller car counts here, depending on the night and the situation, but been pretty steady the last few times they've been here, and they've been racing with a lot of racers. So it makes a big difference when you watch these cars. You want to see a lot of these cars because for the fans, they can be pretty exciting when something happens.
Yeah, definitely. It's that old balance of, I mean, you know, you don't like to think that people come here to watch cars crash, but
well, they want to see great racing.
But yeah, you do want to see. They do definitely get together more when there's a bit more cars, but you definitely see better racing as well. So they've got a pretty good field tonight, and there's a lot of fast guys. You know, Bernard, Stagg, Wally Butler. He's always a contender.
Ed Bell.
The one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Soren. Yes. Yeah. There's a few like. The interesting thing about this class is some of the other classes, like the truck class, it's been pretty consistent, one or two guys up at the top. Same thing with the pure stocks. Same thing here with the even the late models here. There's the 3 or 4 guys that are always near the top. But this class has about 6 or 7 guys that on a given night, depending on their position on the feature, they have a great chance of winning night after night. Let's go through the lineup right now and take a look at all these cars. We'll start off on the pole, driving at the number 1 spot. He's driving the 2R. That is Roland Bernard, former champion here at Red River Co-op Speedway. On his outside, driving the number 10, it's Alec Trushinsky. Row 2 has that 7S, the guy that we told you to watch out for, Brent Stagg. And on his outside, another guy that you have to watch out for, 35W, Wally Butler. Row 3 has the 43 of Robert Livingstone and the 11 of Dexter DeVergson. In row 4, we have the 33 of Murray Temple and the number 1 of Chris Soren. Both those drivers are guys that are contenders in this class. In row 5, you have the 13T of Alan Trushinsky and the 27 of Chris Unruh. Row 6 has the 29 of Dylan Sabatini. He's won a few times here at the Speedway. And the 14 of Ed Bell. He's also a contender. And in row 7, you have the 2X of Ollie Ermentrout and the 13 of Al Giesbrecht. 14 cars, a very fast class around the track. Driving motorcycle engines, correct?
That is correct. A 1,000cc engine now, chain driven.
When you were driving, they were what?
750.
750.
So
Yep.
they've gone up, and it has made the racing a little bit better. As they catch the green, and Roland Bernard pulls out to the front. And the Highway 1 self-storage machine. Stagg out to second place right away.
Their bigger cousins, the full-size sprint cars, made one appearance already here this year. Looking to make another one near the end of August.
You can see the chassis squat down towards the left, which is the opposite of what almost all the other cars here do. Those big wings are designed to just help pull those cars around the corner.
These cars already have all spread out, but things can change quickly.
Oh, they're getting out of sorts towards the back real quick. It's things happen fast at these speeds.
It's that number 13 car was having a little problems going around turns 3 and 4. It's Alan Trushinsky that's driving the 13T, or it could be Al Giesbrecht.
Yeah, I believe that is Giesbrecht.
Yeah, it is Giesbrecht.
Butler is pulled into third with one of the Trushinskys in fourth. And Murray Temple hot on his tail. We'll see if he can move up in the running order.
Brent Stagg, you can see him on your screen right now driving the 7S. He's currently in second spot.
Guys tending to stick to the low line here tonight.
Wally Butler in third spot. As he's moving around the track.
Chris Unruh having a really hard time getting around Robert Livingstone as they get side by side in turn 2. See what happens here. Who lifts first going down into turn 3?
Your leader after 5 laps, it's the 2R of Roland Bernard, former track champion here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Had a nasty crash a few years ago just down south.
Oh, and there's a yellow on the track.
We've got a problem in turns.
There was a spinner in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Looks like Ed Bell.
Bell driving the 14 car. unfortunately, we didn't see what happened there, and our replay doesn't have it either. So we'll have to just wonder what happened in turns 1 and 2. Imagine.
It'll be interesting to see what Brent Stagg has now. He started working with the sprint car team of Thomas Kennedy this year, so he's learning a lot about the big sprints, which not all that transfers over to these cars, but definitely a lot. And you can definitely see he's had a good uptick in performance this year, so we'll see what he can turn this caution into, though. Although it wouldn't be too well advised to bet against the Packing Away Mobile Storage number 2 up front. He is a very strong contender.
Amber Balkan used to drive in a Lightning Sprint here. She is no longer driving here really in Manitoba too much. She is driving a full-size sprint car south of the border. She will, of course, make a couple of appearances here throughout the course of the year. But she was a contender in this class as well. Last year she drove partners with Wally Butler in the 35W, but she at one time had her own car and was among the top leaders. So nice to see her move on to the bigger, more powerful cars.
Yeah, definitely good to see her move forward with her driving career, and she's really doing great with the whole trying to make a career out of it, and she's got the talent. It'll be interesting to see where she goes with it. She was actually just in North Carolina this week on some big radio talk shows and things, and yeah, it's interesting to see where she'll end up with that.
A great spokesperson for Manitoba and for dirt track racing here north of the border.
Definitely very outspoken and very enthusiastic about the sport.
Now, if you're Chris Soren, you're currently leading the point standings. They've only raced once here this year, so he's not really leading by a lot, just by 1 point. But he's kind of far back in the pack, looking to gain some ground to at least keep up with the leaders in this one. You've got Robert Livingstone and Dexter DeVergson in second and third spot, with Chris Soren right now currently on top, but he's sitting all the way back in this one in 8th spot, so he's got some ground to make up.
Yeah, let's see how this Delaware double file restart goes. With Stagg pulling strong on the bottom.
Your leader still, it's Roland Bernard, followed by Brett Stagg.
Murray Temple's been able to pull his way into 4th place. He's running a good race. So far, getting a little bit strung out in the front, but a lot of racing to be had in the back. No doubt. It's looking like the 33 would like to make a bid to get the spot that 35W currently has.
That's Murray Temple driving the 33. Wally Butler in the 35W. He's currently holding on to 4th spot. It's heating up, though, for 6th, as we've got 2 cars that were getting pretty close on the backstretch. Now they're spacing out a little bit more. The 10, the 11, and the 1. Soren trying to make his way up the pack.
Temple making a move to the outside as Temple and Butler go side by side, and Butler takes the spot back. Good racing here inside the top 5. And Stagg looks to have reeled in Roland Bernard a little bit.
In 5th spot, Alan Trushinsky driving the 13T. A couple of Trushinskys in this one. Alex driving the 10 car. He's not far behind his relative. And if you're Roland Bernard, you're pretty happy how this race is going.
Yeah, this is definitely the way a driver envisions his race going. He's hitting his marks, not making any mistakes, and being able to drive away with it. Roland actually coming off a really big win from, down in Kansas just a few weeks ago. Ran a very strong race down there against some of the best in America, and was able to come out with the win.
Not as popular of a class here in northwestern Canada, United States, but very popular here in the Manitoba area, but not at every single track, is it?
No, they race a few times in Morden and in Winnipeg here, but well, it's a very big class, especially out east. Pennsylvania, that's Big Ten sprint car country. So there's a lot of racers in the USA that call this their class for good reason.
Our leader going around turn number 4 right now. Roland Bernard getting the 1 lap to go signal, the white flag, as they're going around lap traffic now. Brent Stagg in second, Wally Butler third, Murray Temple fourth.
Butler seems to be battling a loose car. Oh, and Stake slows down the back straightaway.
Opportunity now for Wally Butler, but your leader and your winner in this one, it's the 2R of Roland Bernard. Wally Butler finishes the race up in second, followed by the 33 of Temple. Then the 13T of Alan Trzynski finishes up in the 4th spot.
That is just too bad for Brent Stagg. He had such a strong second place run going. And then yeah, I'm not sure why he had to pull off. He's still driving on the infield, so.
Knew he had a problem, so did the admirable thing and just pulled off.
Yeah, no, that's, if it were me, I probably would have tried to get it to the finish, but he's taking good care of his car, I suppose.
Your winner going through the weigh station right now. Great job tonight by Roland Bernard. 19.536, pretty fast times for these cars. You can see Butler not so strong of times tonight. 20.312. Everybody else was getting close to that 19 mark, or just past that 19 mark. Getting into the 19 section, I should say. But Butler having some problems, but managed to hold off and keep second spot. Third for most of the race, but ended up second because of Brent Stagg.
Yeah, he was just able to hold off Murray Temple. They got side by side and made a pass there at one point, but Temple could not quite hold him off.
Roland Bernard now coming up front to do a quick interview with Darren Palin. We're going to throw it down to Darren Palin right now, who's getting ready to interview our winner for tonight in the Lightning Sprint division.
Lightning Sprint division here tonight at Red River Co-op Speedway. We want to thank the Prairie Dodge retailers for all their great help here and want to welcome all our Prairie Dodge retailers to the facility. Don't forget, coming up next, we have the Northern Late Model Racing Association. The highlight of the night set to come your way momentarily. And as he gets out of that car, how about it for him? He is out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Your winner tonight, Roland Bernard. Well, Roland started on the pole, but did a good job. A good start in those cars is very important. We talked about the second to third shift coming down the front straightaway. Roland got that shift done very, very well. Come on up here, Roland Bernard. Congratulations on a great run here tonight. You started on the pole, but you had to keep it there, and that HVAC henchcraft, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it felt great out there. We had some problems in the heat. We went back. We did made a few changes, and the car was great for the feature.
How was the racetrack? It looked fast.
It felt really good. Yeah, it was very smooth. Really good track. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. I'd like to thank my sponsors, the HVAC group, Ward Trucking, and rental experts, and Highway 1 self-storage. They've been great for me.
How about it, Roland Bernard, your winner tonight in the Northern Lightning Sprint Association.
All right, thank you so much, Darren. We are back in action here at Red River Co-op Speedway as we're getting ready for the big finale of this race. We are talking about the NLRA late models here in Manitoba for this prestigious race. We have a total tonight of 17 cars getting ready to race around this dirt oval for a total of 25 laps.